The next type we're going to look at is number type. So I can say let age, and then I give it a type of number, and I can assign something to it immediately. So I can say like 51, and later down the line I can say age, and then I can set it equal to, let's say 21. Now if I go down and say age and I try to assign a boolean to it, so let's say true, then it's going to give me an error because I define it to be a number. So we can't do this. So the rule is the same. Whatever type we give our variable, that's the type is going to be, and we can't assign anything else other than something of that type. So I can't do this. And number here is all numbers, so I can put any number here. So I can do -4. That works just fine. And I can go down here and say let decimal number, and then set it equal to, let's say 90.85 or something like that, and that works fine. So it doesn't matter if it's a negative number, if it's a decimal number. And you can see again, it's inferring the type. So I didn't add the type. I just wanted you to see that types is going to infer that this is a number type because we're assigning a decimal number to it. So it doesn't matter if it's a decimal number, if it's a negative number. We can even do let change. Let's say you're giving someone a change. It's 0.0043 or something like that. Then that works just fine. You can see that it's going to infer that this is a number. We could have just say something like this. That would work just fine. We could have done the same here. Say this is a number. That is fine. And we didn't have to assign anything to it. Like I showed you earlier, we just declare it like this. And then later down the line, we can say decimal number. And then let's say 10 point something like that. And that works just fine. So when you declare a variable as a number type, so you give it the number type, it can be any number, like any number. It can be a negative number. It can be a decimal number. It can be any number that you like. And if I try to console log some of this just so you can see it on the screen, so I can do console log, let's say age, and I'm gonna duplicate that by using Shift Alt and then the down arrow key. And then here I'm gonna say decimal number, and then down here I'm gonna say change. And I'm gonna go ahead and run this. And you can see that we have all of our numbers. And if you want for a positive number, let's say for example, this change right here, let's say this is a positive number, I can put a plus sign in front of it, and that doesn't change anything because without the sign, it's already considered a positive number. So if I run this, you see that we get the same output. We only have the negative number here because when we don't have anything by default, it's positive. It's only negative when we put the minus sign in front of it. So for number type, it can be any number, and you just declare the type the same way. So you put your variable, and then you put the type, and then you can assign something to it immediately like I do here, or you can just declare it and then assign something to it later. And the only thing you really have to remember is you can assign any number to it, like decimal number, whole number, big, small number, it doesn't really matter. It's just the number type. It covers all numbers.